See what's going on. There, see that? That was automated. We're live. Vince, give me a sound check over there.
Sound check, check. Sound check.
Larry, sound
Check.
Go, we're all sounding good. How are we sounding over there, Nate?
Check.
Sounding very good.
All right, so we're getting ready. This is the show. Waiting for the music. Dun, 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 dun. It's a good tune.
Is this what you wrote?
Yeah.
Good job.
I don't have to do any copyright covers on that song. That's my song.
That's your song.
That's me on bass, guitar. The background vocals, or the main vocals are there, but I pulled them out for the sake of being a bumper on the show. And then Wojo is on drums, and Chicago Jim is on guitar there, jamming it out. So I think that's a recording from, what, 4 years ago?
Has to be a while. Yep.
Yeah, it's got to be a while. So there we are. This is my brain. I don't know what camera we're on. I don't know. Oh, we're on that cameras. Okay, we're on cross cameras. You guys better get figured out. I know Tim's going to yell at me to move more towards the center. Yep, that's what he's going to do. And then Vince has got to move just a hair towards the center. That's good. Just stop right there. No. Too far. Come back.
I'm going to sneeze, man. You just give me a shiver. Shiver.
Anyways, this is my brain. Jeremy Scott Gibbs, Taylor Vincent Gibbs,
hello.
Larry Parsons, and Grandma Connie, the Grandma Supreme. Over in the booth, the Amazing Asian and Tim A on the Tim B show. And Hannah, of course. Is Hannah over there with you guys, or she go back downstairs?
No, she's over here.
She might be assisting over there in the booth.
She did it. This is my brain sign.
She did. Oh, oh, yeah, when the sign. So this is a new feature now. We moved the sign from the back wall because we got the screen now.
Right.
So when we're getting ready to go live, can we do a demonstration, guys? Yeah. Because it's really cool. When we're getting ready to go live, then the screen will flash at us.
Oh.
We don't pay attention to that. There it is, see? So that's when we're getting ready to go live.
Nice.
Yeah, see? It's like we're going live, guys. Pay attention.
Tells us do not fart after that light.
After that light, Larry, no. I don't even want you to be deadly. That. I don't even want you to be silent but deadly. I want you to,
Yeah.
I want you to maintain, buddy. A little bit of composure. A little bit of composure there, buddy.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. So there we have it. Let's see, and we got some people in the Rumble over there, and we got some people on the. Mr. Louder's already chiming in over here. Happy Monday morning. I don't know if your days are right there, Tim.
Today's a Tuesday.
And for those of you who are watching on my Facebook feed, there is a link posted in the room. You can scroll to it. You can click on that link. It'll take you straight to Rumble, to our live feed.
Yeah.
And I advise everybody to sign up for a Rumble account. That way you can join the show live.
Exactly.
And the more the merrier. So just see if you can give our host here a workout today.
Is that what do you want? I'm going to put you on commentary. I'm going to put you on moderating the
chat.
The chat over there.
Larry.
Yeah. That's going to be on you, buddy. So it's December 27th today.
It is, and Kelly Uphouse is out today.
She's not feeling well. I told you I'm blaming you, but you seem to think that she was going to get a razzing today, and maybe it was.
Yeah.
And
well,
that's why she didn't show. So
Oh, look at that.
Oh, she didn't get those.
Look
Oh.
at that. Salted caramels.
yeah.
Yep.
So Kelly, he's saying that you didn't show up.
Oh.
He's got these that he could have gave you, but they're still at home
Yes.
at a later date, babe.
Right. So Kelly. So we're not without Kelly tonight. So
Yeah,
I just pray for Kelly. She's a little under the weather. Nothing major, but she was
Amen.
closing up shop a little early today and heading home. So
Maybe a little too much holiday food.
holiday food. You know what it is?
Holiday
It's
food,
not
the weather, all of it. It's
Yeah.
all a change.
And we had this big storm, and I'm still not convinced that the storm wasn't something there.
Manipulated.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm not sure that there wasn't something there. Maybe a little weather manipulation going on, because they couldn't lock us down this year. So, you know.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see exactly what's going to happen in the future, because we all know what Whitmer is capable of with her Gestapo.
Heil Whitmer. Sorry, were we getting booted off Facebook for that? You got booted off Facebook.
I did. I got suspended on Facebook.
Nice. That's what we want to see, Larry. Keep it up.
Yes.
If you're not getting kicked off for throwing in Facebook jail, you're not really posting anything.
I have never been kicked off.
That's because, Mom, you
or-
don't post anything.
And I want to say that what the statement you just made was totally true.
Hi, everybody.
I
Merry
never
Christmas
get
and
kicked
Happy
off
New Year.
because I don't post.
Yeah, you gotta. If you want to get kicked off, you gotta post something.
Yeah, no, I don't
That's the way it is.
post
So,
anything.
spaghetti for dinner tonight.
Oh, that was awesome. You know, it's the peppers and the mushrooms prepared together were just awesome. They made that spaghetti. That was some good stuff.
Thank you, sir.
It was
Yep.
delicious. I had my spinach again.
Put your spinach base down, and then a little bit of pasta.
Spinach and a little bit of pasta,
Yep.
and a whole lot of spaghetti sauce, and a piece of garlic bread, and I am one happy camper.
That was some good stuff.
Yeah. I got a cookie in front of me, and I'm not even
So you guys
interested.
completed this puzzle today?
No,
we did that
at
at Christmas time.
Day.
Oh, you did
We get an
that
overhead
Christmas
shot.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, he's already done. Why am I even talking?
Christmas Day, we always get one, and Nicole wasn't here, and Jeremy and I came up here because we was the
early ones, and there wasn't.
the early ones, yeah.
You know, everybody. Nicole and the kids were sick, and so we tried to do. Originally we were going to try to do Cookie Day on Christmas Eve. Then it got postponed. We were going to do it on Christmas Eve, and then it didn't happen. So we did a bit of decorating.
Thanks to Bubby and Vince.
Bubby and Vince, and so we did a little bit of decorating.
So, anyways, Jeremy and I came up with this puzzle because we it's a tradition, and we literally, what was it, 3 hours? We had it basically.
Tim corrected us because we gave ourselves, we made longer, and he's like, no, you didn't even come up here till like 1:30, 1:45.
Well, needless to say, we kicked butt on it,
Yeah.
but we have this standard procedure when we do
just
the
go to town.
puzzles. You know, once we get to a certain point and there's, 20, 30 pieces left, then it was dinner time.
Right,
It was time to eat. But then we call the little ones up.
and have him help us finish up.
And so they came up, and Jocelyn and William, they put in,
Yep, I think we let Jazzy put the very last piece in.
yep.
So
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, you know what? We need to do this on the podcast. You guys need to put the puzzle together on the podcast." This one would have been a fun one.
dude, this
Because
was
you can still have a
was- yeah.
conversation,
yeah.
and put it together.
We could pick out. I've got a number of the Star Wars ones because I'm big into that. But any 500 piece that looks really cool, we could do it because this was 1,000, and we knocked it out quick. Like I said, about 2 hours, we had about 60 pieces left.
It was definitely a fun puzzle to do.
But you can do a puzzle and just like this. You're just talking and doing a
Well,
thing.
it's good family time.
Absolutely. And the only reason it was just me and Mom was because everybody else was coming a little later.
Yeah.
And so the kids in fact, I was planning on eating around 3:30, and we didn't eat until almost 5 o'clock.
Wow. Well, my wife made an incredible lasagna. Just absolutely incredible. And she cooked Italian sausage with it. So you had Italian sausage
Nice.
and lasagna. Of course, she had a salad,
Of course.
but it wasn't salad that I eat. It looked like lawn clippings, like something I scraped off my lawnmower, and then somebody threw salad dressing on.
Did you note the connotation of his voice? He's like, not, she made a salad.
She made it.
And then he goes, it's not the kind of salad.
She always teases
I
me
eat."
because unless it's iceberg lettuce, I
Yeah,
ain't eating it.
you're not eating it.
It's that simple.
Well, and it's good because these guys know.
Yeah.
Like years ago, I'd say, come on over, we're gonna have steak, and I made a nice salad and steak, and they never touched the salad, so I quit making the salad.
Right.
So we all understand,
We got to the point. Yeah, we got to the point where it's just like, there's a steak. Eat.
Yeah.
Just eat.
Well,
Here's
she-
a bag of chips if you get.
And always have 2 steaks left
And
over.
she also made this cheese spread. It was French onion jalapeno cheese spread. And I had maybe a dozen little crackers with piles of that cheese spread on it.
Okay.
Man, that stuff was good.
So
That
you
stuff was good. And
You
then-
overcame the.
No, it wasn't
The
good.
salad?
It wasn't
You had
good
to
for
overdo the
her.
salad?
It wasn't good for her that evening. She was
Again?
again.
Oh,
Yeah.
mercy.
She hurt
we
herself,
We
I
didn't
heard.
even get out the spinach dip for Christmas.
We didn't even get it out. No,
Yeah.
you know what?
I ate a whole bunch of it last
I
night.
dipped into it, and then
I
Vince
see
dipped
that.
into it.
I see that it's been dipped in, but I'm like, okay, we didn't get that out. For
I
Christmas.
wasn't very hungry, and then I wanted a snack, so I was down there doing the big puzzle, and I grabbed a couple big swaps and grabbed some
Swaps and-
chips and
yeah.
heated it up, and yeah, it was good stuff. But there's 2 things when I think of salad. 3 things when I think of salad. One is the SpongeBob, when Pearl takes over the restaurant from Mr. Krabs, and she's like, Dad, we need to serve salad. And he's like, and they go in and talk to SpongeBob, and they're like, what's a salad? And they take off the bun, and they take off the meat, and they take off everything but the lettuce. And he's like, that's a salad? That's what I think of. It's like all the good stuff stripped down to the water retention
if
leafage.
you load up a salad, if you throw some cheese on it and
Right.
maybe some ham and some pepperoni,
Right.
and then like some onions and some jalapenos and some
Right.
maybe green
Some good stuff.
peppers.
And then you'd be happy.
Yeah,
Right,
and then
right.
hit it with that Western dressing. Have you seen that Western? It's called just Western. And it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. And the only place I know that carries it is Little Chef
Oh, okay.
in downtown. That's where I learned how good it was because they served it at their salad bar. Well, of course, nobody has a salad bar anymore.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
it's a few places,
Well,
but not
I'm
many.
sorry, but COVID happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Larry, you can't have a salad
have it.
bar in case somebody sneezes on the lettuce.
Because nobody ever sneezed on the lettuce before that with anything that might
Yes.
have been.
Yeah, they never sneeze on it.
Nobody.
Well, you
Yeah.
wouldn't notice because lettuce is green. So,
Then there's that.
Oh, mercy.
Yeah, it's tasty.
well, this lettuce tastes pretty good today.
It's
got an extra
So-
flavor.
Calling it immunity lettuce.
Immunity lettuce. And then
Community lettuce or immunity lettuce.
the other
Boost your immunity zone.
Community immunity lettuce.
Community.
the other salad one is when they do the on Family Guy when they it's like an Italian the pizza place, and they're like, you guys serve salad? What's a salad? Hey, throw some of that in. Throw some of that in. I'll throw some tomatoes on it. Do we cut them up? Nah, throw them on whole. Do we throw some peppers on there? Yeah, throw 1 or 2 in the corner. What else we throwing at? A whole bunch of meat. Okay, what's that called? An pasto salad.
Yeah, olives too.
Yeah, they just throw it all in there,
Italian always
mostly
like
all
have
whole. They don't even
olives.
chop it up. They don't even cut it up. Anyways, that's enough on salad.
Yeah, the spaghetti was awesome,
Yes, it was.
and the garlic bread was
The garlic
good.
bread was awesome. The spaghetti was
Yep.
good.
So I sauteed up my mushrooms separate like I normally do my mushrooms.
Yeah.
I sauteed up the sweet peppers up like I normally do sweet peppers.
Yeah.
Did the ground beef by itself, seasoned that all up. So then when I threw them all together, all those flavors came together versus having one homogeneous flavor across all of the meat and the veg
Yeah.
and the
That's-
mushrooms.
Yeah, that's the best way to cook a dish like
And then it makes it stand out. And then I poured my normal, I used the Prego. I'm going to develop my own sauce, but Prego is the one that I a good traditional base that I find is.
I told him to add zucchini. Zucchini doesn't have a lot of flavor, but as a vegetable, it is really good
Right.
for your digestion. You know,
Yep.
it really is good. I've done it with you guys, and you've never even paid no attention.
I paid attention, but I got over it.
It didn't hurt you, did it?
No.
I didn't think it did.
You know how she tricked me to eat mushrooms?
I would never trick anybody.
I was like, I wouldn't eat. You would be surprised knowing the mushrooms that I cook here.
Yeah.
That I would not eat. I was like Bubby.
So how long have you done shrooms?
Oh, for years now. But this was when I was a kid. She's like, you can eat some mushrooms? I'm like, no, nasty. You know, I was like, no.
You're not going to eat fungus?
So she diced them all up, put them in an omelet, and I'm mowing it down. And she's like, how you like the mushrooms in that omelet? And I'm like, oh, shit, you got me.
Same thing with onions. He never wanted onions,
Yep.
but if you cook the onions,
If you caramelize them
if
or you deep fry
caramelize them,
Yeah.
they're the best, and
Yep.
you just put them in there. And you chop them up finely, especially for people who don't like onions.
Yep.
Because I don't like the texture
Well, for
of
Christmas, I gave my wife a air fryer.
it. Ooh.
She took it back.
You know, we bought an air fryer. I bought a really,
She took
You
it.
took it back because
She said it was too big,
oh,
so she took it back,
you've never heard.
and she bought another one that has a rotisserie, that has a convection oven, and instead of being 8.5 quarts, it's 13.
So the one that
And
she
it's-
had
wait a
was too
minute.
big. She went and got another one that was
something
bigger.
is wrong with this picture.
Nice.
It was too big, so she took it back and got a bigger one.
So I bought one,
Yes.
or we got one, and I used it once, and we took it back.
She
You
did.
didn't care
She did
for
get
it?
me this
The only
nice.
thing I cook deep fried is
Nice
my
Crab rangoon.
crab rangoons, and they don't turn out in those.
Oh, yeah, I could
They
see
got to be
that.
fully submerged. Is it puzzle? Is
Well,
that puzzle bothering
that
you?
bothering you?
No.
Well, you were having trouble over there. You were
Yeah,
fidgeting quite a
I
bit.
Was, I was fidgeting because this caught this and like flipped up
Oh,
the edge.
don't flip up my edge,
Don't
Larry.
mess.
Come on.
Don't mess, Larry.
Achoo! Oh, sorry.
We'll just rub it in with the flip. Look, we were talking about floppy disks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, because this puzzle's of the 80s.
Yeah, 1.4.
Puzzle
I
of
love
the
the
80s. You've got a
1.4
floppy disk
mega-
over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the Future, excellent movie. Magnum
Yeah.
PI, good
Do you know how many
show.
things in the
Blues
Back to the Future
Brothers,
came out to be true? The predictions in it that actually came out to be
Police.
true.
MASH.
Do you
I
have a
remember
list?
MASH. The Dukes
I
of
don't have a
Hazzard,
list, but I know there's a number of them.
Yep.
MTV.
You were consulting with the
MTV
government.
actually used to play music videos.
They used
Yes,
to.
they did.
Yeah,
Now they just
Yeah.
produce
Crap.
shit movies.
They just produce garbage.
I've seen a few of them. There's been a few movies that have been good. All right, let's get this disclaimer.
Claimers.
Disclaimers and
Hey, I'm here.
pronouncements in a little
All right.
Anglo-Saxon.
Number one.
Get it done, Mom.
Are you ready?
I don't know. Are we ready for the first disclaimer, Nate? Get on it.
Yay. Notice this podcast is raw, unfiltered, and politically incorrect. We say Merry Christmas and the Pledge of Allegiance, especially the part about one nation under God. We thank our troops for their service. We only recognize two genders. Two genders. As adults, we enjoy adult beverages. Cheers. Oh, I knew I was
Cheers.
going to do that. As adults, we enjoy
Adult beverages. Yeah.
We cuss.
Hmm?
We do not curse
Oh.
or swear. We love Jesus, but we hate religious and religion. Oh, I'm sorry. But hate religion and religious assholes.
Have you read this before?
I have never read it before in my life.
I just-
At
it's
least, not,
throwing me off.
at
Any
least
of this-
she's never read it before in her life.
It's
today.
just throwing her off a little bit, so I
my
want to make
my
sure.
lips are not working.
How many of those have you had?
This is my second one.
Not enough.
If any of this offends you,
Uh,
please leave.
Please.
Or
please.
just leave.
What's that say?
Please F off.
Cough.
Yes.
That's for our people who can't handle it. We understand. That's all
Yes,
good.
if you can't handle the free speech that is here on this show,
Yep.
find another show.
Find another show.
Yeah,
Because
we are not trying to press anything onto you. We're just having a conversation.
We're having a conversation, and I was raised by gravel pit workers, miners, and truck drivers. So
Yep.
I come by it naturally.
I was never a gravel truck driver or a miner. I was a mama. I was a waitress. I was a store manager.
Yeah.
I was a bartender.
Well, there you go.
I was
There are rumors that I was.
working mom.
There's some rumors out there that I was on a number of motorcycles as a young child.
Probably a couple. I think I almost got arrested one time when you were going on a motorcycle ride.
They wanted to take me for a ride. I hung on.
No, it was you were going on a ride and you had to sit on the porch, and I ran in for a minute and came back out, and the police were like all over it, and I'm like, stop.
That was back in the day when you could tell the police to fuck off.
I said, stop. What was he doing? Well, he was sitting right here. That's exactly what he was supposed to be doing, and I came out within 30 seconds of you guys showing up.
Right.
It wasn't like he and somebody else, we were waiting for somebody else, but
Right.
yeah.
Back the fuck off.
No, I just told him to take me to jail. Let's see where it goes.
Let's see what happens, buddy. Nowadays, they will take you to jail and haul your kids off to fucking wherever.
No, they didn't take me to jail. They
Find
just,
some batteries, Vince?
tried to do it. So,
So do we have a little Anglo-Saxon tonight?
Oh, we got to get through these disclaimers. Yeah, you
all right. So number
You
2,
brought a couple extras.
that's Jeremy.
I'm going to do number 2.
My mic working? Check, check.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought I had all the rechargeables going. Some intern needs to be fired. That's me. Number
Bears.
2, Nate.
There it is.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, except for bears. Bears will fucking kill you. Bears will fucking kill you. See, I even censored myself there, Larry, and didn't say fucking.
Yes,
Yeah.
you
Bears
did.
will fucking kill you.
That's
See, I can
right.
do that.
He can do it. He censored himself.
Nice.
He didn't say
Censored
the word.
myself.
Very
So what doesn't
nice.
make you stronger? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, except for bears. Bears just kill you. In life, it's all about perseverance and getting up. And if you don't die of it, and you're smarter than the average bear to run away from it potentially, then keep going. You know,
Live.
you live. Let's see, Grandma,
Number 4.
number 4.
Number 4.
It is easier to fool the people than to convince them they have been fooled. Mark Twain said that.
Mark Twain. Mac.
Isn't it easier to fool the people than to convince them
You know
that
what?
they have been fooled? Question mark?
How much did we,
Well, it
and we'll get
is.
into it once we get off of YouTube tonight, but we try to convince a lot of people of what they're finally waking up and realizing now,
Yeah.
that they were being fooled, and it was a lot easier to just
2 years ago.
perpetuate the lie than it was to convince them they'd been lied to. So that's, and they're still trying to do it. They're still trying to push it in a lot of the media, and we'll get into that because Mom was commenting how she was subjected to watching a little bit of the mainstream media, and they were not talking about anything of significance that's actually going on, and what they were talking about was distorted. So we're going to get into some of that. Larry,
Ooh.
number 5, buddy. You picked number 5 tonight.
Number 5, I did.
Yeah.
To argue with a person who has renounced the use of reason is like administering medicine to the dead.
Would you say that's kind of useless?
Kind of useless.
Useless.
That would be Thomas Paine.
Thomas Paine. Yeah.
Yeah. And I agree with that. Arguing, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's arguing with Democrats is the same thing.
Oh, he had to go there.
He did. He couldn't help himself.
Well, they're completely unarmed, so.
Right.
All right. Number
All
7.
right. Number
Vincente.
Vincente.
Second Amendment.
Yeah.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, comma, for Tim. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Well, that comma is actually very important.
It is very important.
It is very, because it separates the subject.
Yes.
It's like if you looked at the First Amendment, you know, it says Congress shall make no laws glorifying, you know, establishment of religion, right, or abridging the free exercise therein,
Correct.
right? There's commas throughout these amendments,
Right.
which change, is their subject change. You can't put periods there because you can't have a sentence that's 3 words long.
Right.
You know, so, you know, the liberals will argue that the Second Amendment only applies to the militia. Well, that's like arguing that free speech only applies to a church.
It's
You know,
yeah.
it's. I mean, the courts have rejected this kind of frivolous argument every time it's come up.
yeah.
You know,
A well-regulated militia, comma, being
Right.
necessary to the security of a free state, comma, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, comma, shall not be infringed.
Period.
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 Yes.
So
And-
all 3 of those statements shall not be infringed.
Right. Yeah. Shall not be infringed. The Constitution tells
Yeah.
the government what it shall not do.
Correct.
What it cannot do. What can't it do? It cannot infringe the right of the people to keep and bear arms.
Correct.
So therefore, if the government wants to ban weapons, then the government needs to amend the Constitution to reflect that.
And they've tried.
Right.
They've got just
And
about
amazing-
everything else.
Well, they're
Besides
continuing
that-
to try as far as
Well,
I'm
the thing, well,
concerned.
the Constitution is meant to be hard to change.
Correct.
Because they don't want people, they don't want Congresses, they don't want the legislatures to come in and change it back and forth every
Right.
time you have an election change,
Right.
right? And, you know, it's supposed to be hard. You're supposed to get 2/3 of the states to vote for an amendment. I mean, these are just, it's just the way it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be easy to take people's rights away.
Right, it's not interchangeable for
Right. But what we got going on in this country is you have all these judges that don't follow their constitutional oath of office. They don't follow the Constitution. And they rule with their ideology, not what the Constitution says.
Correct.
And we see this with liberal activist judges across the country on an array of different subjects, not just the Second Amendment, but on a whole array of different subjects. They're interested in pushing a ultra-liberal leftist communist agenda instead of sticking to where the Constitution is supposed to be.
Check
You know,
out
and what we're supposed to be as a constitutionally limited republic.
check out Larry on the stump already tonight.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. Are we ready? Number 12, Nate?
Number 12, he already had it up once.
Oh, he did? He was
He
anticipating?
was, because
Anticipatory?
all right, ready?
Yep. Never apologize and never explain. It's a sign of weakness.
John
And I think that people out here would do well, if you're watching, to understand that apologies do nothing with these monsters.
Apologies do nothing with these monsters. I got to catch up over here on the one chat because Mr. Lauder is just having a field day with his little laugh emojis over here. Talking about salad. He was talking about
salad.
Popeye eating his spinach and leafy greens.
Hey, don't mess with Popeye.
He said Romaine gets the most recalls. He likes it sauteed. He was carving his initials into the table. I don't know where that comes from, but he said, be filled with the Holy Spirit, not holiday spirits, and that Junietta should have pounded that into my head. I don't know what happened. Maybe I was full of the Holy Spirit and holiday spirit at the same time. I was full of both. And then he said, don't forget to smoke brisket, not crack. That's a little Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden.
A little Hunter Biden there.
Alrighty.
Alrighty then. So there we go. We got through our disclaimers.
Yep.
Ooh,
Don't choke on it.
I went to
Alright.
swallow. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
The Anglo-Saxon for the evening. Happy fucking New Year.
Happy New Year.
I like that one.
Happy fucking New Year.
Happy fucking New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
It's like I was thinking to keep the change. You feel Vince has signed.
And a happy fucking New Year.
He has signed receipts for most of his life that he knew how to write lettering.
Yeah. I always write that on my receipt.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Oh, I know. I've been
And I'm
with
like-
you when you've done that.
And I look at the girls, the waitresses and stuff, and I go, he's not my kid. I just picked it. I don't know who this kid is.
Oh, if they know it all what it's from.
Yeah,
What's it
It's
from?
almost guaranteed they're going to laugh about it.
right.
Is that your generation? Tell me where it's from.
From Home Alone.
Oh, I know exactly the
See?
scene.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
I'm going to have to watch that movie.
Isn't he watching
Is that
the
Joe
movie
Pesci?
on the TV?
That's Joe
list?
Pesci.
Yeah.
That's the saving grace on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they made those.
The only movie. See, even Joe Pesci knew how to not cuss in that movie.
All right, well, behind the scenes is about to end, so we can get to our dialogue, folks. I have posted the link in here, so come join us
Come join us on Rumble.
on Rumble. Sign up for an account and join the show. Chime in.
Yeah, chime in, give us some chat,
Yeah.
let us know you're there.
Yeah.
At least a Rumble fist or a.
Yep, and give Jeremy hell.
You know what? It is what it is. This is my brain, all one word, under the channel button. That's how you find us if you don't see the link there. And we'll hopefully see you over on Rumble. We're going to do about another half an hour on the other couple channels, and then we'll be kicking those off. We'll be exclusive on Rumble and Facebook after that point. And we got a few other things. We'll start getting to some political stuff that they don't want us to talk about on some of these other channels. So there we go.
There we go. All right. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
Toot toot.
Signing off. I'll see you later.
So yeah, we got our Anglo-Saxon for the night. Happy fucking New Year. Happy pounding New Year. It was funny. Vince turned it on. What the shit?
Whoa.
Vince turned it on. There's a new series. Is it a new series or just? It's got to be newer, right?
The
Fairly
last
new.
2 years, I think.
2020.
2022 or
20,
2021.
20.
Okay. But it's on Netflix and it's the history of cussing, right?
Oh yeah, and so it validated what I
Did you watch
had-
the first one?
No, I haven't
Oh.
seen it. So, but
I told you about
but
it.
you told me about it, and it validated what I had told you already when I had done the research.
Right.
So it's kind of fun that you guys found that.
Yeah.
So what's the name of it? I want to write it down.
The history of cussing.
Oh.
History
Swearing?
of swear words.
Oh, yeah.
History of swear words. All right,
But
because
they do say cussing from time to time.
They say cussing, swearing, and
swear words.
cursing. They use them interchangeably. That's the only thing that's annoying to me about the whole thing. Other than that, it's great.
Because where I found the information was it's the nature of our senses or the history of natural senses. And that's where I found it, and it was in the hearing, which is one of our senses. It goes through all the senses, and it talked about the hearing. And that's where I read that the French were offended by the Anglo-Saxon and their verbiage, and so, they deemed it bad.
Right. They go into a little bit, so they debunk the normal things, fornication under consent of the king. They debunk that one, which I like them debunking it. It's a funny thing to think about, but it was never true. Fornication under consent of the king.
What does that mean? I guess I'm
It's
like,
an acronym. Fornication under consent of the king.
You seriously do not.
I can't believe that Larry didn't jump on the fact that was an
Why?
acronym right there. And
I cannot believe that.
so fornication under consent of the king, but that's just something somebody came up with later. That was never the case. Because they said that the king outlawed all marriage and that only the marriages he sanctified were true marriages. Otherwise, you were just fornicating under consent of the king. Or even if you got married, you were just fornicating under consent of the king.
You know that I do not like Larry. You don't get hit for that one, man.
You got it.
I'm going to catch him later.
He's going to be SOL.
like, wait a minute. Acronyms.
Tim says it is the history of swear words.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't believe I got away with that.
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Did you get away with it?
I did. I got away with it.
Oh.
I said, I don't think she heard me. Did you hear what I said? I said, he's going to be S-O-L.
Yeah, but SOL we all know. That's shit out of luck.
Supporter of the Lions?
No, shit out of luck.
That's the same thing.
Nobody's a supporter
That's
of
the same thing, isn't it?
And that's been all my life. SOL.
Actually, the Lions ain't doing too bad this year, aren't they? Aren't they doing okay?
They lost the last game pretty
I was
pathetically.
yeah,
Did they?
the last game was
Oh, they got back to
bad.
themselves?
My
They got
poor
back to
friend
their- yeah.
Greg had.
Conniptions?
He didn't even want to watch it anymore. He was so upset.
You know, my
'cause they
uncle,
really-
my uncle played
they
for the
overturned
Lions,
it.
and man, if he was alive today. But
Well, he was probably alive when they had their last championship, which was
actually-
1951, something like
Actually,
that.
that would be my wife's uncle, not mine, but Uncle Gil, my uncle by marriage. He actually had 2 championship rings.
Nice.
Nice.
2. Yep, and he had the largest rings ever issued by the NFL because his fingers were so big. I think it was size 22, if I remember right.
Is there
Damn.
such a thing as 22?
Oh, he was a big guy.
He had
His
to
name
have
was
been.
Gil Maines. He was number 72 back when they wore leather helmets.
Leatherheads.
Yep.
Oh.
Were you
And-
sharing that picture with me for a reason, Tim? What for what? He's not going to tell me the reason. He just shared. He shared the picture that Jazzy took with her phone. So your wife's uncle,
Yes, Gil Maines.
Gil Means, kicked ass.
Yep. He played with the Lions from 1953 to 1963.
Nice.
He was number 72. I want to say he was a linebacker or a defensive tackle. He was defensive tackle.
Okay. Yeah, you can use SOL. I don't have a problem with that. That's universal.
So I didn't get away with nothing. I thought I got away with it.
It's the ones that are not universal and you come up with them.
Am I supposed to do something with these pictures? You guys are the booth guys. Are you just fucking with me while we're trying to do a show here?
He's giggling over there. That was just a nasty little
He
giggle.
sent me the pictures of the.
Look at them
Huh?
closely.
Closely.
What are they pictures of?
Is he sending them to you on the phone?
Yeah, he sent me to him on the phone. And nobody else is in on these inside jokes, buddy.
Yeah, that's just
I thought you were
not.
able to double click. Oh, you don't have your laptop.
I do have a laptop, but I don't have that.
Double click the message and pull it full screen up on your laptop. You did that with messages. And
You know, well, I didn't know what you were doing.
working on it.
Yeah, Larry, anybody would know SOL. In general, just about anybody.
to work on it.
At least anybody my age and older.
Would you work on this one? Okay. All right, go ahead.
What are we doing?
Nate, go ahead. But they got to see it behind me too. These are what my Jazzy picked or took pictures
know.
of. Yeah. So on Christmas, this was my my homely little photo. Whoops, wrong way. Oh, there's Grandma Connie.
That was scary. She put my hair up and I looked bald.
I actually like the one of you at the
Vince's like, where are we going? What are we doing? I'm not sure if we can.
Capitol
Are we gonna make it? I don't know if we're gonna fucking make it. We're gonna figure it out. I've been there before. I don't fucking care. No, I've been there. Seriously, I don't care. Can I just ride my scooter? Can you leave me alone? I'm not in the mood. We're gonna make it, man. I don't know. Would you stop whining? I'll show you the way. Just listen. Follow the breadcrumbs, and I'll show you the way.
Was it a special camera?
She just the way she. I guess there's some kind of thing that you can do on the camera.
She's a tricky little girl,
She's
man.
awesome. All right, that's
Comes
enough.
up with
That's
stuff,
that's
yeah.
that's
We can only handle so much of
only
that.
handle so much of that shit before we can. So Tim had to share it because we are going to do a little skit on it. Some of the voices you just heard and maybe something else. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, okay. The theme for tonight. it's going to be New Year's this weekend, so it's a pre-New Year's outlook. That's our theme. What's your outlook for this coming year? We're hoping for a lot of prosecutions.
Yes, that would be nice. That would be nice. I don't have a lot of hope in Republicans. I often wonder, why do we work so hard to elect Republicans only to get stabbed in the back? And the perfect example is you had all those ignorant morons that voted for this ridiculous Protect Marriage Act. You had 38 or 39 Republican rhinos in the House, and then you had like 12 in the Senate that voted with Democrats to desecrate marriage. And then just recently, we had this omnibus bill pass, and you had all these Republicans and senators jumping in on it. I'm not sure of the numbers. I'd have to look that up. And when I see this kind of stupidity, reminds me of the idiots, the clowns that we had down in Lansing. A lot of them got the boot. Michigan is going to be screwed for a while because we're going to get these far left-wing extremists out there, but our Republicans had no gonads. They did absolutely nothing. They stood there with their thumbs up their butts while we marched on Lansing. Now, politically speaking, right, these guys missed an opportunity to latch on to a movement, but instead they turned their backs and walked away, right, and left.
Because it wasn't politically expedient.
Tens of thousands of patriots standing there protesting, shutting down Lansing, protesting a governor that abused her powers, who breached her oath of office, who the Supreme Court had to shut down, and the Republicans just sat there with their thumbs up their rears, all of them.
It's not a pretty picture you paint. Thumbs up your rears, no gonads.
Yeah. Well, a eunuch? Is that what they call them?
It's not a unique situation, but it's very unique.
Eunuch is not they didn't live very long once they became a eunuch.
No?
If you read in history, they didn't live long. They always picked the big men because they were supposed to guard the harems and everything. But because of what they did to those men, they didn't live long. There was no life expectancy, a long life expectancy. So if they had you for, let's just say 10 years, and I don't know what it is exactly, but, to guard the women, that's all they had.
Well, the question is, can we trust people like Kevin McCarthy to guard our rights from the venomous vipers?
No.
That wish to take them away?
No, not a chance.
See, that's the question. For the 25 years that I've been working in politics or so, right, I've heard the same complaints from patriots over and over and over again. Nothing's changing.
Right.
Right, but that's one thing in Michigan now. It took the Republican leadership throwing away this election
for change to happen.
For change to happen. Now what we have to do with our leadership now, our newfound patriot leadership, is we have to remember to be better than the leadership that we replaced.
Absolutely.
Because we cannot, they ignored us.
Yep.
They made fun of us. They mocked us. They raised money and they campaigned against us. They spent $1.3 million right here in Livingston County saving Lana Tice's rear end. Right? That money could have been used to defend their precious majority, but their arrogance got the best of them. Because
which always amazes me.
They didn't think that they could lose their precious majority. Well, guess what?
You lost.
They lost it.
You lost like a bunch of idiots.
Yep.
All right, so You mentioned the omnibus bill. Nate's got us queued up. Let's go to this cartoon to illustrate what's going on here. And the cartoon says, who pays? Who pays for all the stuff you give away? Oh, you will.
Yeah.
You will. Yeah. I don't know if that's actually Christmas Joe Biden saying that because it seemed too coherent, the you will. You know the thing. Well, you know the thing. You'll pay. You will. There needed to be all that preamble in there.
Sad. Sad.
Maybe a couple diaper fills. Anyways, that's the omnibus bill.
Sad.
Larry, what was in the omnibus bill?
Oh, all kinds of ridiculous stuff. You couldn't. It's 4,000 pages thick.
It's ridiculous.
So there's 4,000 pages of liberal crap.
4,000 pages?
Yeah, funding all kinds of LBGTQ garbage all
Let's
see.
see.
I thought it was on here, but maybe not.
Yeah, there's.
Oops.
I mean, it's one of those things where we're going to be finding stuff for months and months and months, and then there, in Trump, God bless him, he signed an ominous bill that took away people's right to smoke, people that were between 18 and 21.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that was Trump that did that, and I have a problem with that. You tell me somebody can join the military,
but they
go
can't
off and die in a war, but they can't smoke,
right?
Or drink, and I completely disagree with that. And why can you vote in an election,
right,
to decide the direction of our country, but yet not be smart enough to smoke a cigarette or not?
Well, that's the nanny state for you.
Well, again, that's that control thing. It's like if we can control your habits or whatever.
Right. We can dictate to you how you should act.
That's the totalitarian mind.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's like let's start a little. I don't smoke cigarettes. I did when I was younger and everything, but I don't smoke them now. So
did you notice how she said that?
It doesn't.
She says, "I don't smoke cigarettes."
That's right.
So
you picked up on that, did you?
Yes, I picked up on that. She smokes a pipe.
I do.
Apple tobacco.
I do, and I didn't do that.
Or a cigar. She didn't
cigars.
say she didn't smoke a cigar.
No.
Don't you talk about that whacking tobacco. Don't you talk about that now.
Don't you? I was hoping it was on here.
Where's the slap at, Nate?
Yeah.
Don't you talk
Boy,
like
don't
that.
you talk. Don't you talk back.
You got that because you was with him.
Boy, don't you talk back.
What's going on with what's her name? Lake?
You got that
The
slap
lady
because you
in
with him.
Arizona?
Did your headphones, did your earphone die?
Probably. Carrie Lake? Is that who you're talking about?
Can you hear
Carrie Lake?
yourself?
Can I hear myself?
Yeah, can you hear me when I talk? Can
No.
you hear me?
Did your headphones die?
You gotta
Hold on.
fix it.
You talked right over that soundbite like it didn't exist.
Oh, there we go.
What the shit,
And
Larry?
I got it now.
Can you
Yeah,
get your act together over
There's
there?
a great article where Carrie Lake has proven that it was stolen. The paper, the ballots
Yeah.
were supposed to be 19 inches,
And they were 20.
printed them on 20. So when you
Put them in the.
you put this on and you have it all figured out how it goes, and you put it on a different size paper, it doesn't come out correctly as far as matching up everything. So all of the votes didn't count, and she proved it. Yes, this is a great article.
Now, for those of you on YouTube, those of you monitoring on YouTube, we don't believe any of that on this show. All right, we're going to go ahead. It is it's close enough.
That's just wrong. But
We're going to
she
go ahead and say
proves it.
goodbye. If you're on YouTube tonight,
Oh, the ring of truth.
I heard that ring.
it's the Ring of Truth.
Yeah.
Hoping for some televised news action is what Mr. Lauder said over here. So if you're watching us on YouTube, so there may be one or two people still left over there, come on over to Rumble. We're going to go ahead and turn that destination off. Nate, you got that covered?